Hi everyone, and it's great to be back after last week. Thanks so much to Kat for covering for me. I had a terrible cold. It wasn't COVID, thank goodness. So, but I was really ill last week, so I couldn't get in, unfortunately. But I feel so happy to be back, which is always a good sign, isn't it? So hi Lynn, hi Rosso, hi Lisa. Yeah, it really made me feel very. Hi Kat, Kat's in the chat looking after you. Thanks so much, Kat, for last week. Yeah, it's a really good thing for me because I kind of thought, well, I'm so happy to be coming back into the Shiatsu Center, which is always a good sign, isn't it? Okay, believe it or not, can you believe it, everyone? In only, I think, 2 weeks' time, something like that, we will have done 2 whole years of the Wednesday classes. I can't believe it. So we're going to have a bit of a celebration on the second birthday. I'm going to show you some clips of the very first one that we did, and I think, and I'll show you some stats. I think we had about 40 people or something on the registered for the first one. We've got 900 and something now. So we're going to have a little bit of a trip down memory lane. Little did we know that 2 years after the pandemic started, we'd be having another load of stress. And what we're finding now, we're coming to clinic, we're getting a lot of people who are very anxious about the situation in Ukraine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just find out your stress levels at the moment around the situation. And I think what we can do then is we're going to check to see what zones we're in. And I think we should do a special on breathing. I've got point of the week. We've got a stomach point. Remember, this month is the stomach month. We're working with all the way through the channels. But what I'd like to do is ask you, first of all, is just whether the Ukraine war is affecting you. Let's just get an idea of the stress level. Obviously, you may not be directly connected, but we are all connected, really, because of the sanctions. They're going to affect the cost of everything. And obviously, you may even know people there. But let's just see. Let's see how it's affecting you. Okay, and look at that. You see, we've got like nearly 90% of the group vote that they're stressed or very stressed about the situation. That really reflects what's happening in the clinic. We're finding we're getting people in. So just after one thing's happened, something else is happening. Now I've got some. I just want to remind you of this chart here, which is the Polyvagal Chart. So let's just find out as a group where your stress level is. Are you managing to stay mainly in the green zone? Are you in that red zone, in the fight or flight, or are you edging up into the blue zone? And that will affect the way we're going to be doing the class today, especially the breathing exercises. So I'm just going to put which zone are you in pole up. So would you think you're in the green zone, red, blue, or green and red in the border, or red and blue? And we'll just find out where we are. Okay, let's just check this in, check out where we're at. Okay, right, we've got to do some serious work today, everyone, because look, we've got a very high proportion are either in the blue zone, that's higher than normal, or red and blue. So I think there's a fatigue level there with the pandemic and then the war coming. So we've really got to look after ourselves now. So what we'll do is we'll do some breath regulation of the nervous system. We'll use that as a focus today. And see how we get on, because that's a very high level of blue zone. And so we'd like to just go over how you can use breathing exercises to regulate our nervous system. Okay, thank you so much for that poll. That's really useful. Okay, I've got another poll that's for later for point of the week. Okay, so let's go straight in and let's get on with the scanning. We really want to find out where we're at the moment. I know exactly where you are in terms of the zones. We've only got 11% of you solidly in the green zone, and we want to definitely improve that by the end of this hour. So let's do it. Okay, so let's do the whole body scan. Always a good idea to find out where we're at, where we're holding any tension or stagnation in the body. Now, if you're more in the red zone, what you'll probably find is you'll find areas that are tense, and that's because of the fight and flight response. So we tense up. If you're reporting you're going into the blue zone, though, what will happen is that tension will turn into a freeze, and what will happen, and I had 2 clients yesterday who were in that state where they've gone into the freeze state and everything was starting to lock up. And basically that means we're in the next stage, which is we're kind of protecting ourselves and we're freezing up. That's the nervous system protecting itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to use similar techniques, but we'll use the breath in a different way to either unfreeze those areas that start to freeze up or just release the tension. So let's just scan through, and as we do, just see if you can get an idea of whether you're tensing or whether you're starting to freeze up. Usually the tense muscles will feel kind of hot, they'll feel more active and kind of tense. You can even maybe check them out yourself. When you start going into the blue zone though, you tend to get more of a feeling of numbness. So you may be completely just not be able to feel the area, it might feel cold, the circulation's not getting to it. Okay, so let's just check out, find out how we're doing. I'm going to scan down from the top of my head, and if you'd like to do it with me, I'm just going to close my eyes today and just go more internally, down through the head, through the jaw, neck, into the shoulders, down through the chest area. And this is a very common area that goes into freeze, by the way, with emotional shock or stress. So just checking out what's happening in the upper burner here around the chest. And then we're tuning in down the arms. Okay, now we're going to get to the diaphragm. This is another area where we often get tension, so we're going to just check in on that. Okay, then we go down, through into the hips. Okay, interesting. And then down into the knees and the ankles and the feet. Okay, now just zoom out a little bit and just check in the whole body. And just notice if there's any areas that you're holding, whether they feel tense or kind of frozen. Okay, so we're going to just draw that. And I'm going to put another poll in. I'm actually going to write one live in on this webinar, so it's really important, this one. I'm going to write it just as we're sketching out your whole body scan. Okay, I've got another poll for you. I've just written it up. It says, do you think you're mostly frozen? Tense, in other words, in the red zone. Frozen, that's tense. I'm going to put red there. Frozen, blue zone, okay. Any blockages in the body, do you think they're more tense or more frozen? I'm going to share that right now and we'll get some more detailed information. Let's see if I can share it. Add another option. Okay. Sorry. Or a mixture of the above. No, I'm going to put, do you think a red, blue, weak, that'd be option 3, which is more like a deficiency, or or I'll put not sure. Okay, let's share that. Okay, so do you think you're mostly tense, frozen, or weak, or you're not sure? And then we can start really focusing in on the breathing exercises and what we're actually going to do. So let's have a look. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you for that. See, we've got about a third of you who are feeling more weak than anything. So we've got to be a bit careful looking after you. So we don't want to do too much dispersal and too much shaking, but we can do that. Okay, we can work on that. Okay, so I'm going to get you to really tweak the exercises today. The main emphasis is going to be basically regulating the nervous system via the breathing. Okay, so let's go. We've got the whole body scan here. I've just drawn mine. Okay, this is me today. mainly holding something in the hips. I think it's more red zone stuff myself. Okay, so now we just need to do the 3 burner scan, and then we'll find out which burners we need to work on, and we can then combine all the information and come up with a special set of exercises just for today. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to tune into all 3 burners. And just for a change, what we'll do is we'll start off at the top and work down, okay? So the upper burner is this area where the lungs and the heart are, okay? So we're just going to tune in and ask ourselves, what is this area like? Okay, got that? And now we're going to go down into the middle burner. That's below the diaphragm and above the navel, and right down into here. I'm just going to close my eyes for a second, compare the upper burner and the middle burner. Ooh, okay. And then the lower burner, that's this one here, just around the bottom of around the lower burner here. Okay, so now relaxing, tuning into all 3, and then you just need to choose one. I know which I'm going to choose today. You might want to just sketch the 3 burners just like this in your chart of 3. I know what I'm going to choose today anyway. Okay, right, let's do a quick sketch. That's my 3 burner sketch today. Okay, let's run the burner poll and then we can go straight into the exercises. Which burner do you want to work on most today? Here we go. Let's see how we're doing. And the votes are coming in. What have we got? Okay, look at that. Okay, look at that. We've got upper, middle, and lower in that order emerging, and the lower and middle are pretty much even. The upper burner is pulling out ahead there, and that's definitely a stress-related type of pattern, which is to do with emotional assimilation. And so what we want to do really strengthen up that lower burner and release the middle and the upper burner, especially calming the Shen, calming the mind and everything in the upper burner. Okay, so let's go. Okay. Okay, so first of all, we're going to do some shaking now. We're going to do this in different ways depending on which zone you're in and whether you think you're more frozen, okay? If you're feeling really tired and you're kind of depleted, you want to keep the shaking really, really light. We're going to keep the feet on the floor, okay? And we're just going to keep the shaking really, really easy, just getting rid of any superficial tension. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overstretch yourself, okay? Okay, now if you're in the red zone, and you're finding yourself tense, you're in that fight and flight, we want to shake out that tension. It's one of the shaking things is that we can get rid of some of that tension, some of that adrenal activity. So what we're going to do now is with the red zone people is I'd like you to emphasize the exhalation, make that a really nice long exhalation. Okay, now there's a lot of you in that blue zone, moving into the blue zone, so keep shaking, but for you, what you want to do is you want to emphasize the inhalation. There's a reason for that, because that will take you out of the blue zone and it will start to deactivate the nervous system. You really, if you're in the blue zone, you don't want to elongate the out breath, because that basically tonifies the parasympathetic nervous system and it will tend to keep you in the blue zone, okay? So if you're in the blue zone, this is what you want to kind of do, this kind of thing where you go, okay, so you're tuning into any frozen areas of the body, breathing in, focus the in-breath onto those, and then quickly let go. Okay? Okay, and what you'll do is you'll find that those frozen zones will you'll start to feel them, the numbness will start going and they'll start becoming more lively, okay? So there's 3 ways of doing it. There's the gentle way, there's the releasing way with the out-breath emphasized for the red zone people. Okay, and then there's in-breath emphasis for those blue zone people. So it's like, okay, so let's just keep doing it just for a few more minutes. Take it nice and easy and start targeting it using your whole body scan. So I've got my one right here. Okay, I'm going to target mine right into those hips there. But whatever you drew on the whole body scan, you want to just focus the breathing into that. You got it? Okay, so wherever it is, focus that breathing in. If you're in the red zone, if you're in the blue zone, okay. If you're not sure, try both and you'll definitely be able to feel it, because I could just feel it not helping me at all here when I did the blue zone breathing. So you'll know what's happening because you'll be able to feel what's happening. If it starts getting worse, then it's because you're doing the wrong breathing pattern, okay? So you might if you're not sure, you might just want to experiment there. Or the other thing you can do is just keep it neutral, the breathing neutral. So the same amount of in-breath and the same amount of out-breath. Okay, so I need some more work on with this myself. I'm going to keep shaking. I'm going to get that breath there. Okay, very good. Quick rescan. Just notice any changes that we've made already since we started, comparing them with your whole body scan at the beginning. Okay, and then as we go through the exercises, just check in every now and then with the whole body scan, and we'll work out where you need to focus to work. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so now let's start working on the 3 burners. Now we're going to work up to the upper burner, but the first thing we need to do is we need to regulate that lower burner. And we're going to do it again, focusing in depending on which zone you're in. So we've got to really look after those blue zone people today, because we really want to get them back deactivated down. And those of you who are well in that red zone, we need to deactivate you down so that we're all nicely in the green zone and we can cope with the week ahead. Okay, so shake your hands out and clap your hands together. Now. Okay, here we go. Okay, lower abdominal breathing. One hand over the dantian, lower dantian, just below the navel. The other hand on top. We're going to relax the knees. We're going to open up kidney 1. Keep the shoulders. That's the one on the foot, by the way. Kidney 1, opening up the feet, relaxing the shoulders. Okay. Okay, so now here we go. Major deactivation of the blue and red zone. We're going to get that down to that green zone. We're going to start right now with the breathing. So we're going to keep it really calm. We're going to start rotating the hand first of all to activate the lower burner. Okay. Okay, now if you're feeling weak, I want you to keep the breathing fairly evenly regulated, and we're just going to tonify this area up. Keep it nice and light. Keep the inhalation and the exhalation the same length. So here we go. This is for those of you who are feeling weak, but everyone else can join in too. We're going to breathe in, bringing the breath down into here, and then breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, if you're not sure, you can count. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, breathing out. Okay, very good. You see that has a kind of neutral effect. Okay, red zone people, you want to elongate the exhalation as long as you can. So it's breathing in, bringing the breath down into the lower abdomen, and breathing out as slowly as you can. As we breathe out, we target any areas that feel tense and we relax them using our mind. Okay, so just keep doing that, red zone people, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, now blue zone people, you want to keep it neutral. Or even better, emphasize the in-breath, okay? So, and you want to target it to any frozen areas. So if you're feeling frozen, say here or in hips or wherever, okay? We're going to breathe in, long inhalation, and then just let the breath go. Okay, breathing in. Breathing in. Okay, so just keep breathing, everyone. Tired people, neutral breathing in terms of the length. So you want to keep it in 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Red zone, emphasize that exhalation. As you exhale, release anywhere in your body where you feel that tension, that fight or flight. Okay, and blue zone people, take it really easy. If you feel a little bit dizzy or you feel a little bit overexcited, just chill out a bit and even the breath up. It probably won't take more than about, say, 4 to 6 breaths before you start feeling quite big changes in your body, and you may get some emotional releases. That's absolutely fine. If you have any problems, just ask Kat and she'll sort you out in the chat. Okay, just take a break. But if you want to get out of that blue zone, you want to activate the body's nervous system from the previous spot. Emphasize the inhalation. Okay, fantastic. And remember that during the week, it's a very simple exercise, and you can specifically focus it for your own uses, depending on which zone you're in. Okay, it's kidney 1 time. Oh, I missed this last week. Kidney 1 time. Now, this is a really important point for everyone, because kidney 1 is the most yin point of the body, and we need yin at the moment. Yin is the calming, grounding, relaxing part of our energy, and we really, really need that right now as the stress is increased. So let's do it. Okay, I'm going to hold kidney 3 just to make it a bit more sophisticated here. My thumb is just behind the ankle there. Okay, and we're going to tap kidney 1. There we go. And I'm going to open up kidney 1. And I'm going to tap. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to stretch the kidney channel open a little bit, relax that, and just let it open up. Excellent stuff. Okay, good. We better do the other foot. Where's my sock gone? Oh, here it is. We better do the other foot. I need my socks. It's a little bit cool today. The weather is getting really much better here. So I'm stretching out, and tapping kidney 1. Holding on to kidney 3 with my thumb, opening up the kidney channel. Okay, remember, this is the point that Qi Gong masters and martial artists use to ground their energy into the earth and make themselves immovable, because it basically increases the yin, the connection with the earth. Also, it's a famous point for stress, headaches, anxiety, all those sort of things. Right there, 1/3 of the distance down the middle of the inside of the foot. Okay, cool. Just going to give that a bit more. Okay, excellent. Now let's see what happens now. Okay, and this point's great because it's so homeostatic. It's used for all the zones. It's also good for tonifying as well. Kidney 3 is particularly good for tonifying the Qi. So let's see how we feel now. We're going to just stand up. Relaxing. Okay, look at that. It's done its magic again. Can you feel that complete calmness straight away? The feet nice and tingling, opened up. Exactly what we need. So now let's connect the lower abdominal breathing with kidney 1 by using some Doin. We're going to tap behind kidney 3, up the kidney channel, That's on the inside back of the legs, up into the lower burner, and then round into the sacrum. That's this bit here, right here, the lower part of the spine. We're going to go down. Down the outside of the foot, and then up the inside. Again. Round. Down. One more. Up, kidney channel. And down. Okay, here we go. Brushing off. Shaking out. Relaxing. Okay, standing again, checking in. Okay, that's more like it, isn't it? Can you feel that? We've got kidney 1, nice yin feelings, calming the whole body down already, okay? Nice and strong in the lower burner, relaxing the hips. Just a really good rooting type of exercise. Okay, so now it's safe to move up to the middle burner, and this is our second burner in our ranking today, and not surprisingly, because the middle burner is to do with anxiety, it's to do with anger, frustration, all those kind of things. And we really want to get this completely open. Usually it's activated by the fight and flight response, because what happens is all the digestive organs shut down because you don't want to really be like eating or digesting, you want to be fighting. So all the energy goes away from the digestive organs, and that's why we have like lack of appetite, things like that. So it's really important to get this area really, really relaxed. We're going to do some Ampuka. This is ideal because it works on the red or the blue zone. Either it's going to be relaxing your diaphragm here, or it's going to be unfreezing it. And it's up to you to see what's happening. But the techniques are the same, which is basically to get qi and blood into that area and to get any toxic material moving away from the middle burner. So we're going to work around the diaphragm here. I'm just pressing underneath. You can either press with both hands, or sometimes it's nice to put one hand down and press onto the other hand like that. Gives a nice relaxed pressure. And you'll be able to tell whether that feels uncomfortable, whether it feels obstructed, whether it feels numb, or maybe it'll feel weak as well. Maybe it'll just feel weak, or maybe it'll feel absolutely normal. It's up to you. Just feel around and get an idea. And let's do some middle burner exercises, and then we'll do some going. So this time, hand in the middle of the abdomen, around the navel, rotating. Okay, standing, opening up kidney 1, relaxing the knees, relaxing the hips, floating the head up, bringing the breath into the whole abdominal area. Nice, easy, regulating breaths, even breaths, and making it larger. And as it comes up here, we're massaging the colon all the way here, and indirectly the diaphragm itself by pressing in a little bit deeper. Keeping that kidney 1 really rooted to the ground. We need that yin energy there all the way around the technique. Excellent. Okay, shaking the arms out. Okay, it's doing time for the liver and the gallbladder, the stomach and the spleen. So we're going to start off here in the middle burner, going to get in touch with that. I'm going to tap up here between liver 13 and 14. That's from the sides of the body here, around the floating rib, up just around the chest here. Just notice whether that feels sensitive around there. That's the liver channel. And we're going to go down. This is where I need it today, I tell you. Right in here, gallbladder 13, really good for releasing the hips. I'm going to do a little bit of shaking and rotating as I'm doing it today. I'm really good about it. And then down, outside of the legs. And here's a point to really focus in on, just below the knee, on the outside of the legs, gallbladder 34. Excellent for releasing any tendons in the body. This is very common in fight and flight. You get this, the tendons start to tighten up. There's a really good point for that. Tap here, down, up the inside, and then back up to here again, and then back up to connecting liver 13 and 14. Excellent. Round into the hips, down we go, and up. Round. And down. Okay, excellent. Okay, now just check in now and feel around here and see if that feels released. And if it does, that means you're probably a wood element person. It's probably more anger, frustration that's starting to block up the middle burner. If it still feels a little bit kind of anxious and tense, try this. This is the stomach and spleen channel. This is probably what we need. So this is slightly different. It's down the outside of the abdominal muscles here. Tapping here. Keeping that kidney one open, connecting it to the feet, connecting the feet down into the earth. Tapping down. Okay, now we're going down the stomach channel, down the outside front of the legs. Onto stomach 36. And then up. Spleen channel. Back onto these abdominal muscles, and down again. And then down again, and then up again. Okay, and then whoosh, brushing off and checking in again. Oh, that's better. Okay, so if you feel more released on that, then it's probably you're an earth element person. Stomach and spleen is probably the one that's going to get you in the middle burner there. If you're a middle burner person, you felt more relief, then that tells you that you're more an earth element person, which means you need more of these stomach and spleen channels. Okay, wow, it's got to be time for point of the week. Okay, point of the week is stomach 44. I've got a picture of it right here. I'll show you. There we are, stomach 44. Now this is one of the really awesome point, really useful for clearing heat from the stomach channel. So it's good for stuff in the head. We use it a lot for toothache and headaches. It's also used for abdominal pain, and it's also used for pain and swelling of the foot. So it has a lot of different actions. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like to do an experiment with everyone. I'd like to check out the effect that where the stomach 44 resonates for you. And then I'm going to run a poll. I've got a poll prepared, and we'll see whereabouts it mostly affects you. Okay, so it's probably best to do it in the sitting position. I'm going to get my chair back, I think. Okay, so stomach 44, just bring the slide back up again. Okay, here it is. It's between the second and third toes, and it's just right there in the web there, okay? So normally what we do is we'll work down the stomach channel, and then we finish up by pressing into that point, okay? So I'll just do that with you. Okay, so we're working down the stomach channel, that's between the second and third toe. And now let's press stomach 44. So you want to be in a comfortable position if you can. We're going to relax as much as we can and see if we can tune into our whole body. And we're going to gently but firmly press into stomach 44. And I just would like you to check out whether you feel the effects of that in your head, your abdomen, or locally in the foot. And it will depend on how your energy is set up, where you feel that. I know exactly where I felt it. It was very strong. Okay, so just going to squeeze down. And you can squeeze down now and just go to the end of that second toe. Okay, you want to try it on the other foot and just see whether it has the same effect, and then I'll run the poll and we'll see where stomach 44 is resonating today for the group. Particularly if you're a middle burner person, and if you are anxious, you're probably going to find this will have a strong effect on you. So we're going to go down between the second and third toe, and we get down to just that web between the second and third toe right there. I come a bit closer. Yeah, there we go. It's right there. Okay. So again, I'm going to relax, get into a comfortable position. I'm going to relax, tune into my foot, tune into my abdomen, my digestive system, and tune into my head internally. And then gently but firmly press that point and see which of those three places, excuse me, it's making me burp actually, so you can probably guess where it's resonating with me. Okay, fascinating. Let's see where stomach 44 is resonating. So I've actually got 4 options. I've got head, stomach area, foot, or all along the channel, because sometimes you feel it along the actual channel. I'm going to share that and see where is stomach 44 resonating on you today. And look at that. Amazing, isn't it? You can see it has such a strong distal effect. So not surprisingly, we use it. Look at that. The majority of you felt it in the head, which is completely the other end of the body. Which just shows you. Very famous Shiatsu teacher taught me that point for use of hangovers. If you're an earth person, you get heat in the stomach channel from drinking too much. Stomach 44 is indicated. I don't know how she knew that, and I'm not going to tell you who it is because to spare her blushes. But anyway, very famous Shiatsu practitioner taught me that, stomach 44 for hangovers. Right, okay, so there we are. Look at that. Nearly half of you felt it in your head, which is pretty amazing, isn't it? Okay, great. So let's just continue. We've just got the upper burner to work on, and then we should be completely sorted for the rest of the week. Here we go. Okay, so just to review, we've opened up kidney 1. Let's just stand and enjoy that feeling of that yin energy connection with the earth. Just a little bit of a shake. Keep the knees really relaxed, hips relaxed. We energize the lower burner. We do it in 3 different ways depending on which zone you're in. We release the middle burner. Stomach 44, can you feel that kind of still humming away there? That point often releases the digestive system. It did with me. I felt myself burping as I pressed it, which is quite an amazing effect. So we've worked on that. So now we come to the upper burner, which is the one that was highest voted today, not surprisingly, because it's where the main shock and stress goes. So what we want to do here really with the upper burner is we really want to activate it and relax it. So let's just do a little bit of testing here. We will bring the hands forward, breathe in, breathe out, and go back. Stretch open this stretch. This is the pericardium or heart protector stretch. Notice if there's any frozen feeling or tension in this area here. We're getting a lot of this in the clinic. As I said yesterday, I had 2 clients, both completely frozen in this entire area here, okay, particularly around here. So we really want to either release it or unfreeze it. So let's do it. So we're going to do some tapping, and what I like to do is bring your attention underneath your hand here. Okay, now if you're frozen around here, we want to emphasize the in-breath. We're going to bring the in-breath in here, and then just relax the breath. Bring the in-breath in. Now if you're in the red zone, of course, you want to exhale as long as you can. The other side. And if you're feeling weak, I'd like you to tap very lightly and keep the breath even. 4 seconds in and 4 seconds out. Okay, have you got it? So blue zone people, emphasize the in-breath. Red zone people, emphasize the out-breath. Okay, and if you're feeling a bit tired, just keep it nice and even. Okay, channel time. Let's get down that pericardium channel. This is a really good channel for any emotional stress. We're going to go right down the middle here. Make sure you press tap right in here, palace of anxiety, one of the main points in the body for anxiety. So right in there. And then we can come back up the triple heater channel, onto the top of the shoulder. And then we go down again onto the chest. Down. Right. Excellent. Okay. Shaking out. Okay, very good. On the other side. Okay, there we go. Shaking out and releasing. Okay, excellent. Okay, let's do some more yin energy up into the upper body, and we're going to do some acupressure points here. We're going to hold, open up kidney 1 and get that feeling of grounding, and we're going to use heart 7, to calm the mind, okay? And this is exactly where it is. It's on the wrist crease, just here on the little finger side. And I'll just show you how you can use this to calm the mind. It's very useful as an insomnia cure. What I normally do is I normally bring my thumb round here and put it on that heart 7 and then hold my wrist, okay? So that's the point actually there. I hold it like that, so you're forming a circuit. Okay, so let's just do some internal work here, using the breathing. Opening up kidney 1, relaxing the shoulders, holding on to heart 7. Okay, and the idea is you make a circuit through the upper burner down the channels. And this is a really good way of calming, tonifying the heart channel, which calms the mind. So let's try it. We're going to keep, again, the breathing is the same depending on the zone. So keeping it either even or emphasizing the exhalation if you're in the red zone, emphasizing the inhalation if you're in the blue zone. Okay, let's go. If it feels weird, doesn't work, switch the breathing around until you fine tune it. Okay, so here we go, breathing in. Okay, keep that kidney 1 really grounded on the earth. Hold the breath. We're keeping the breath in the upper burner this time, and then breathing out. Okay, now we're going to create a circuit around the channels. So we're going to breathe in. Imagine the chi going around the arms, and then breathing out. Okay, breathing in, bring the breath into the arm that's doing the pressing, and you breathe out. You send the chi round to create a circuit around from heart 7. Breathing out. Keep that kidney 1 nice and open, head floating up. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, now to balance it out, we can switch hands around. So now I'm holding heart 7 with this point, with this thumb. So we're going the other way around. So we're going to breathe in and breathe out and send the chi around in a circuit through the chest. Okay, here we go, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so we're breathing into the upper burner, breathing out, sending it round this arm through heart 7 and back into the chest again. Breathing in. One more. Okay, very good. Just tuning into our whole body energy. Can you see how that's really calming the mind? It's brought everything down, a lot more relaxed, a lot more stable. And that's because this point tonifies the heart blood, tonifies like the heart blood and yin. So it kind of connects with kidney 1 in the effect of calming everything down. Okay, very good. So now it'd be a good idea to tonify the lungs. The lungs are really important. They bring qi into the body. They're also to do with letting go, grief, sadness, and things like that. We need some of that right now. And this is a very good exercise. This is a nice one, especially if you're feeling tired, because this is a tonifying medical Qi Gong exercise. We bring the arms up, we bring the thumbs outside like this. We drop the arms back, nice and easy. And we keep the breathing nice and steady. Okay, and we're doing nice, easy breaths. We're breathing in as we bring the arms up. And breathing out as we bring the arms back. Okay, so it's like breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, and all the while we're doing it, we're keeping that kidney 1s firmly connected to the earth. We're floating the head up. We're relaxing the shoulders. And we're just letting those lungs open up. And we're feeling the qi coming in with the breath and bringing it into the upper burner. Excellent. Okay, keep the thumbs out. As we bring the arms to this point, that's when the lung channel gets opened out the most. It runs down through here into the thumbs. Very good. Just a few more. And then relaxing the hands down. Okay, now tuning into the upper burner. What we should have here is we should have an energized feeling. That's the lung qi coming in. But underneath that, a kind of calm feeling from heart 7 and from the pericardium going. So what we should feel now is a nice, more open, calm, and energized feeling upper burner. We've got a nice, relaxed, open feeling in the middle burner, and the lower burner is nice and strong, connected down into kidney 1. Okay, and that's the ideal internal kind of climate that we need for all the burners to regulate themselves and to keep our immune system and keep our nervous system nicely balanced. Okay, so all that we've got left to do now is just clear some of these yang channels, make sure the yang channels are clear in the head. So let's do a little face routine. We've got 3 main areas. We've got the front and back, the sides. We've got the front, back, the sides. Sorry. Okay, and we're doing the stomach meridian this month. Don't forget, in our journey around the meridians, just to remind you, I've got the slides here. These are the other stomach things we've done. We're right here did lung was January, large intestine was February, and March is stomach, okay? And that's what we need. Make sure you have a good breakfast. And this is a time for good concentration and for walking and doing stuff, which is where we are right now. Okay, so let's just make sure the stomach channel is open, the sinuses are open. This is the upper sinuses, and we come round, just wiping the eyes here a few times, just taking any stress out of the eyes, tapping the forehead. And then this is a good place to tap around here. This is where the stomach channel runs. If you remember, stomach 1 is here, stomach 3 is here. So it's a good idea to just tap around here, keep these sinuses as open as we can. And here's a lovely point to work, stomach 3, right below the eye pupils, underneath here. And what I like to do is squeeze here. This is like stomach 1 and 2. I'm squeezing underneath here and here. Oh, wow, it's working. And then we go round like this. Excuse me, sorry, it's really working. Round here. That's it. And if you remember, at the end of last month, we started off with lung 1. We went all the way down the lung channel, all the way up the large intestine channel to here. And this was where we ended up at the end of February. And then we skipped over to here to pick up the stomach channel. So if we work here, this area here connects with the sinuses and the stomach and the large intestine channels together. Okay, so it's really a good idea to just work around here. Welcome smell. Brilliant. Yeah, I'm pulling all the ears around, both ears. Around here, down, down, down. Okay. This is the stomach channel as well, around the base of the teeth. This is the large intestine channel around the base of the upper teeth. So you can go from here and press and massage just around the gums here. It's a really good place to work. And then switch to the lower jaw and just get in right here below underneath the teeth, and that's the stomach channel there. And for good measure, you can press underneath, which is where the heart channel runs. Very useful, connects with the tongue. My goodness, it's making me burp again. I don't know what's the matter with my middle burner. First of all, I pressed my foot and I burped, and now I pressed the other end of the stomach channel and I'm burping. I don't know. Well, I suppose it just shows you it really works, doesn't it? Here we go. Round, and then pulling the ears and just wiping the face. Okay, so that's all the points and channels on the face that are really important. So now let's work on the head and neck. I'm just going to tap over the bladder channel here. Get right around here, tap around the sides of the head. Okay, and then pressing in. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm pressing around the bladder and the gallbladder channel. So if I show you, actually, turn around. I'm linking my fingertips together. I'm just pressing nice and easily into the stomach, the bladder channel here, and then the gallbladder channel. Both really important for headaches. Really good idea to release them. And also they're very, very common to get tense if you go into the red zone, because basically you're getting ready to fight or flight. Okay, stomach channel, excuse me, stomach channel runs down here, around here kind of thing, and it goes down here, and then it goes along the front of this SCM muscle here. And in fact, the large intestinal runs right next to it. Ooh, you see? So they're kind of like already starting to become friends as they come up into the face. So the stomach and the large intestine channels are here. And again, this area here, the sternocleidomastoid muscle, which is this big one here, you'll feel it, the one that holds up, moves your head around. That's a favorite one for getting tense. And often it's a place where we forget to work. It's we think, oh, I've got to release my neck and everything. But this is a really important place to release. And it goes right up here, connects with the saliva glands. Really important to get that nice and released all the way down. Excellent. So we've just got 5 minutes left to connect all that up with the rest of the body, and then we'll be done. So get back to a standing position again. And this time we're going to tap here on the tops of the shoulders. Gallbladder 21, by the way, sends energy down the body. So if you've got anything under head, you want to send that down. Sometimes it's nice to support the elbow. Okay, down the sides of the body. And this connects up again with the gallbladder channel in the legs. The most important thing we need to do now is to see if we can work on our back as much as we can. So tapping down as low as we can. Okay, and then down. There we go. Try and get up as high as you can. Of course, if you've got someone with you, it's ideal because you can both do each other on the back. That's so great if you have it. If you're on your own like me, you have to do the best you can. Get up as high as you can there. Okay, very good. Brilliant. How are we doing? We've just got a few minutes left to put it all together with the breathing. Okay, so I'm just going to shake out a little bit. Feet shoulder width apart. Opening up kidney 1. Floating the head up. Relaxing the knees. Relaxing the hips. Feeling the strength in the lower burner. Relaxing the middle burner. And opening and calming the upper burner. Okay, there we have it. So let's put it all together with this breathing exercise. Okay, it's just this one where we do this. We want to try and connect up energetically heaven and earth. Again, really good for regulating the nervous system. We're going to breathe in, connecting with the earth, breathing out, and floating up with the head. Okay, so we're sinking down, floating up. Sinking down, floating up. Sinking down, floating up. Okay, all together. Okay, there we go. Oh, I missed this class so much last week. So great to be back. And thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much, Kat, again, for covering for me last week. Oh my goodness, you've been busy on the chat. I try not to look at the chat when I'm doing the exercises, because I'll be all forever doing that. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to put a heart in the chat to you all. Great. Okay, and just really look after yourself this week. We've got to get you guys out of the red zone and the blue zone, especially the blue zone. That's the highest proportion of blue zone people we've had for a long, long time. So we've really got to start looking after ourselves. So please make sure you come next Wednesday and use that breath regulation during the week if you ever start feeling stressed or starting to freeze up. Okay. Great. Okay. See you next week. Thank you, Kat. Got 1 minute left. Lovely to see so many familiar names in the chat. Thank you so much for turning up. And yeah, very, very soon it's going to be our second birthday. I'll just check when it is actually before we go. I did work it out. It's going to be the 25th of March was the first one we did. So I think we should celebrate it on the 30th. Wednesday, the 30th of March will be our second birthday. Okay, so put that in your diary. Make sure you make Wednesday the 30th of March session. Make sure you make it live and we'll have a bit of a party. Okay, see you next time. Ciao. I know, can you believe it? 2 years. How about that? Time to go. Okay, bye-bye everyone.